For an added dimension to your training, a good thing to use is power Uchikomi. And basically when you do power Uchikomi, you're adding more resistance to your body when you actually do the Uchikomi movement, the fitting practice movement, the repetitive fit-ins, in this particular case for your throwing techniques. And this video is going to show you how to use the weighted vest, the ankle weights, as well as thigh weights. And what we're doing is just adding a little more body weight to you, so you have to develop more explosive power into your throwing technique. The chest weights, the weighted vest, we recommend, just from my practical experience over the years, don't use more than 10% of the body weight of the athlete using it. So if you're 160 pounds, use about a 16-pound weighted vest. And I wouldn't recommend using more than about 5-pound ankle weights at the most, or your thigh weights probably 5 to 10 pounds as well. What we're trying to do is add explosiveness to your throwing attack and add that extra dimension, that extra oomph. Another thing about using power Uchikomi, don't do them in more than sets of 10. The reason same as in weight room. You don't lift heavy weights for sets of 25 or so. You use shorter rep count, and same with doing power Uchikomi. So it's just extra added training. It's not something you do all the time, but it is good extra dimension to your training. Exercise. But let's take a look at this. Derek, before you got into it, let's look at this. This is an odd thing here. These are thigh weights, and it's hooked around the waist there. Can you show where you got it hooked around the waist? It's around the back here, okay? And you see how they're hooked on there, okay? These are, yep, there you go. Just snap them on there. And they're thigh weights with, about 5 pounds. You can make different weights in there. So what we're going to do is some cross-body Osoto drills, like we did in the other video with the weighted vest and the ankle weights. And you can see cross-body Osoto. And again, we're adding more weight. We wouldn't do more than sets of 10 repetitions. And you can see how he's just doing cross-body Osoto there. And there we go. We're adding more weight into the hip area, the thigh area, where you really want to develop this driving power leg into it, your driving hooking leg.
I can see where those legs need to be in the front.
Right. Derek, can you do maybe a Tai Otoshi with this? And again, you can see how, again, it's the power movement. We'll come around here so you can see the power movement into it. And we're adding weight around the hip area and the thigh area, where it's really key to have weight in this area for these power and these throws. Can you do like a Seoinage, just a standard Ippon Seoinage? Again, with these Uchikomis, they're standard Uchikomis, full Uchikomis, not Butsukari or hopping in movements, where they're just footwork movements. They're the full thing. Maybe Okuriashi Barai to show everybody here. And you can see where I'm focusing on the feet, okay? And it's just and again, we don't want to throw. We don't want to cause injury with these are just full Uchikomi movements, and you can see how these weighted thigh weights, or these thigh weights, slow them down. But again, it's progressive resistance. We're adding more weight than he would actually, be, his own body weight. And again, don't do any more than 8 or 10 repetitions. Okay, so that's another variation we can do with the power Uchikomi.